it's Rich Tehrani with TMC. We are here at IT Expo, the Tech Super Show in Fort Lauderdale, the 39th show, the biggest ever. 300 exhibitors, 7,500 attendees, 250 plus speakers, and we're thrilled to have Ray Pasquale with us. He's with Unified Office. Ray, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks, Rich. Good to be here again. It's been a couple of years for me.
Yeah, good to have you back. We actually
Unified Office. We've been here every year, actually, so that's good.
Yes, you have, and thanks for being a loyal supporter of the show. Last year we did pull off an event, and unfortunately we missed you at that show.
Yeah, I was home with some sort of an ailment. Not sure what it was. I don't think it was the Rona, but I'm here now. I've already had the coronavirus. You had it, so here we go.
Exactly. So you guys make unified communication solutions. How do you differentiate from others in the market?
Well, I actually really call ourselves a communications technology company. We take all kinds of communications. We started with voice, that's true. Perfected VoIP, patented this novel over-the-top transmission network that makes it work without all these MPLS circuits and T1 kinds of things. And when we did that, then we thought about the task of how do we make it go to work for people? In other words, how do you take the underlying voice network and leverage it? And we started by VoIP, right? And then we started building real-time analytics, and that was, early on, it was for our quick service restaurant customers, like Domino's Pizza. We're about a 25% supplier to Domino's in the United States, soon to be in the UK, probably in the third quarter of this year. That had the net effect of actually helping them work better. And it turns out, at the time, I wasn't really thinking about a labor shortage happening. But the net effect of our analytics, where we answer the incoming calls for the staff, at least initially, the staff do have to pick up a phone eventually and take the order. But the net effect of that is it made it more productive. Their revenues tend to spike. Your mileage may vary. But that's an example of the kinds of things that we do to help them work better, more effectively. We then took it another layer up, and we did the Internet of Things. We do that right now, where we do a lot of temperature monitoring for their make tables, refrigeration, even the exhaust fans over the ovens. Those have to be working. In some cases, they've asked us to alarm the doors to make sure they're locked when they close up at night. That's an example of a couple of the things that we do to make the underlying transmission network that carries VoIP reliably carries sensor data. You want that. And at this show, we're announcing our second generation of sentiment analysis. We announced it about 4 years ago. It was a little early for us. The machine learning data sets weren't as mature. The AI algorithms weren't as mature as they are today. So we've worked really, really hard the past year to get that perfected, and we're launching it here at this year's show.
So if I say, I said pepperoni,
I'll have to go to 40,000 calls automatically, and about an hour later come out with everybody that said pepperoni, right? But no, it's interesting in that it helps you. So a lot of our operators will have thousands of calls, and to search for emotion, to search for potential credit card disputes, transactions, or even to reward employees that are doing a really good job. This is a really positive thing that we're doing. And so you can imagine if you've got 10,000 calls a week and you've got to look for a particular call manually, you're in tough shape. And so this is another way that we're building a product that sits on top of voice, right? These are call recordings in this case, that help you become more productive.
Yeah, I've got to give you guys a lot of credit because you started with UC and then you just blew it up and you went into all these different areas and you're adding value and layers and more value and more value.
Yeah, we don't stop, right? The whole idea behind Unified Office initially was to create opportunities for businesses to run better. And I didn't exactly know what direction that would take. But the very first thing we had to do was make voice work over the internet. And that was no easy task. We have several patents on that. Even if you just took us and used us for our voice offering, it's the best VoIP service you'll ever have. Again, we look at our restaurant, our hotel operators that we went into that market just before COVID hit. Talk about bad timing, but it's great timing at the same time because it allowed us to we invented this concierge for the rooms that allows the hotel operators to return passive revenue generation. So it's a tablet with a handset on it, or not, but it allows them to make phone calls. You need to make phone calls out of your hotel room, but also place sponsored advertisements on that tablet, which generates revenue, right? Then you take another step further. What if I could eliminate a lot of the hassle on the front desk, the reservations desk or the front of the hotel, And so now on that same tablet, you can order towels, soap, something's wrong with my room. You hit enter and our magic software goes to work and tries to locate the nearest housekeeper that can satisfy their request. Now you take it another step further. Let's say you can't find a lot of housekeepers these days. So not going to announce it today, but we're working with robots now. So we've entered the world of robotics. Again, sounds kind of strange, but I look at a robot as nothing more than a rich Tehrani in sort of sheet metal form with a tablet and some wheels. But beyond the novelty factor, we really are going to work to turn this into a productive member of the hospitality industry. So we do whatever it takes to help you run your business and deal with labor shortages at the same time. So stay tuned.
I think you just gave some of the viewers nightmares. A rich Tehrani in tablet form, and that's every time they see a robot. That's pretty scary.
Rich
So,
on wheels.
anything else we should know? And if not, how do people find you?
You can get us at 877-589-3700 or unifiedoffice.com.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Rich. Appreciate it.